Hi, everybody. Welcome to your Denver Metro Home Advocate Report with your local Denver Home Advocate, Don Betts. How you doing, Don?
Good today.
Excellent. First and foremost, tell me about the Denver housing market right now. What are we looking at?
Well, we're still kind of crazy. We are looking at data. We're at least as far as inventory, 5 years. It's the lowest it's ever been in 5 years.
Well,
I bet if we go back 10 years, it's probably lowest it's ever been in 10 years. There you go. So that obviously is driving the market a lot. There's still a good job market in Denver. Our unemployment is low. People still want to move here. And of course, some of you may have heard about 1,000 homes burned down at the end of the year in the Marshall Fire between Denver and Boulder and Superior and Louisville. So there's about over 1,000 people that are either rebuilding or looking for another place to live. So,
wow.
And those were upper middle class folks. So it's the market has got a lot of things pushing and pulling at it.
Yeah, it does. And that kind of brings up the topic I've been talking to the other advocates about today. The question always comes up, is now the right time to sell, right? So we have people who are afraid to sell because of the pandemic. There are no real equity lines out there. There are people who've missed payments that are in a forced situation, and maybe they're holding on. At the rate that it's going, let's just go with a hypothetical number and say that the market continues to grow and that there's no impact from foreclosures hitting the market or the interest rates going up. Let's just call it as it is. Potentially, if I was on the fence, the most I could expect to see out of the market based on the ranges I've seen is maybe another 10% growth. I know that the investors are still all driving the market and that there's still such a high demand, especially with you. But what would you tell anybody about being on the fence and taking advantage of what's happening right now with the market?
I would tell them that if they have any thoughts about selling this spring, then you have a really good shot at selling at the top of the market. I mean, if you're somebody who wants to buy low and sell high, I think the sell high point is very close.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And I've talked to everybody across the country about this topic. And what amazes me is that whole fence sitting of, well, if I just hold on. But when you look at the dollars and cents of that, that's not a logical thing, because tomorrow we could be at war with Russia. That could have an impact. The stock market could crash tomorrow. These are real things that affect real estate on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, I just had a listing of a very small little home in Northwest Aurora. Put it on the market 2 days, 11 showings, 3 offers. We got, the seller was happy with what we got, put it under contract last night. 3 investors, no homeowners. It's a fixer, but it's gone and he's happy. And so, we've talked about that a little bit, about the percentage of investors in the market, and it's high.
It really is. And I believe it's the driving force. And with any investment commodity like housing, that's a finite period of space till they move on to gold or Bitcoin or God knows whatever the next thing is. Right now, it just happens to be real estate, and that's the driver of the market. Is there anything you'd like to tell people out there who may be missing a payment or worried, about the housing market in general? I think the fear is losing a house and having nowhere to go, when you should be looking at, my God, look at how much equity you have and how you can change your life.
Right. If you've missed payment, you really need to look at asking yourself the tough question. I've experienced this market increase. I certainly want to try and save that equity. I don't want it to go away. And so, as I said earlier, if you're looking to sell at the top of the market, we're pretty close.
Yeah, no, I agree. And
So that's it. You're going to walk away keeping your equity, and God bless you.
yeah, and what I tell all of you to do is click the link down below, fill out a form, call the 800 number, call Don direct, his number's down there, get a free evaluation no matter what your situation is. That's what Home Advocates is here to do. Don's your local resident. He lives there, he breathes this. This is his area. If you're anywhere in Colorado and you hear this message, call Don, get some advice. We'll get you the right people. Is there anything you'd like to tell everybody that I may have missed?
No, I think we've covered the main things. You know, I'm a native Denverite. I grew up here. I've lived here most of my life, and I've lived all over the Denver area. I'm over by Sloan's Lake right now, but I grew up in Commerce City. I've lived in Aurora. I've lived in Wash Park. I lived in Lodell for 12 years. So I know the entire metro area very well. So I can help you there.